Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I've been quite busy working on, my projects and things like that. But I had to get this video out of the way. So this video is for those who would like to revive their older paintings for one reason or another. For example, if you had a painting that you've done previously and you'd like to do a bit of touch-ups, if, for example, if you'd like to make it smoother, if you'd like to touch up on some areas that you did not feel were great at the time you had finished your painting, this video is for you. So what you're going to be learning in this video is how to revive your painting using one simple method. And this simple method is called glazing. So what is glazing? Glazing is basically a method in which you would take small layers of paint with a medium and touch up on areas that you'd have to touch up on your painting to bring it back without you starting from scratch. I use this method quite a lot to make areas of my painting smoother and to, revive old paintings back in case there might be a couple of places that I might want to go and touch up every now and then. So who's this for? This is for people who would like to bring back their painting, whether you paint it in acrylic or oil, as long as the painting is dry and preferably not varnished, then this video is for you. It makes it a lot easier to actually work on all the paintings while not having to start from scratch. So what would you need for this actual technique to work? First of all, you'll need a painting that you've already done before. Could be complete to a certain degree, doesn't have to be perfect because we try to improve it first and foremost. Secondly, you'll need an actual medium. For example, you'd need an oil-based medium. I use a linseed oil. This is a medium that I use for my oil painting. Why do I use this? Is because this is inexpensive, it's very affordable compared to more expensive mediums, such as this is liquid gel. It's basically a medium as well, it's that it's more of a jelly type medium, but the only difference is that this dries faster and can sometimes be a bit sticky if you're not experienced with using these faster drying mediums, versus this one, which is linseed oil. It's a lot more fluid, so it allows you to flow into the actual, painting, glazing the colors on top of your painting that you've done already. So for this example, I'll be using linseed oil as my medium of choice for the two reasons that I mentioned. One, flowy. Two, inexpensive and a lot more affordable. And this gives you a lot more flexibility when you are blending different colors onto your painting as you are revamping the painting that you worked on. So without saying too much at the beginning of the video, let me dive right into it and show you how to do this in your own painting. Awesome. This is the painting that I did a couple of months ago, and I didn't personally like how it turned out. I think I couldn't see how it was back then up until now, when I actually had a new fresh set of eyes on it actually to actually see what I didn't like about it. So first and foremost, areas of the painting looks a bit too tight, looks a bit too strong. So some areas aren't blended as I'd like them to be. But thankfully, with this method called glazing, I can actually improve on it and make it look a lot smoother without starting from scratch, then refine areas to bring it back and make it look a bit lively. So areas such as his face, her face, his face. So basically transitioning different areas of the actual painting, making it smoother and a lot more cleaner and softer, if that makes sense. So let me dive right into it and let me show you how that works out. So we're going to skip for a bit and go straight into the point. First and foremost, I would say what you should do before actually painting onto anything is to pre-mix colors. So right here, I am pre-mixing the colors with the reference on the right hand. I don't know if it's your left or my right, but cool. The reference on the bottom right to use as a guiding line to show me where I could actually mix colors in relation to the actual painting. I'm taking a bit of color, not too much, because at the end of the day, all we're doing is actually adding just a bit of color onto the surface, glazing on top of the already dried layer to give it an illusion of depth and to make it come out a lot more. So basically, I'm pre-mixing my colors, getting things ready, and pre-mixing each and every area that I'd like to improve upon, basically doing a full range of color at its basic level, not necessarily paying too much attention on every detail, just the actual portraits themselves, so I can actually come back to the colors to use and actually paint onto the actual canvas itself. So once you've done this, you can take as much time as you need. As you've seen in this video, this is actually hyperlapse. It's faster than what it would be in reality because I take time to analyze the colors properly, to see them for what they are, so I can actually come and do my corrections. So once this first step is done, pre-mixing your colors, you can then go on to the next step, which would be skip, the actual painting phase. So the actual painting phase, look at the transition from what it looked like before. I'm taking the colors that I had pre-mixed earlier, and what I'm doing basically is I am painting the areas and just slightly using a soft brush to blend those areas in without completely destroying the whole thing and starting from scratch. You can see me adding such each and detailed colors to areas that I'd just like to work on, just going back and forth, analyzing, going back and forth, adding soft touches to it, slowly touching it and improving it as I go along. And because there are so many faces, I usually tend to move from one portrait to another, using the similar colors in different faces so that I work efficiently, as opposed to focusing all of my attention on one portrait. I'm moving between faces to make things look a lot more consistent between each and every one of them. So the lighter tones go on the mother, the kid, and the daughter because they're the lightest of the bunch, and just adding colors where I see fit and necessary to add. This process in reality would take a bit longer because all you're doing is just seeing areas that you'd like to fix and adding your touch onto it with the pre-mixed colors that we did earlier. It's the first step. And once you're happy with it, you can now leave it as is, so the before and after, you can actually see that this version looks a bit more livelier, a bit more vibrant, and a bit more softer. Some areas that I'll still yet to work on in the painting would be probably the cheekbone right here, which I'll do off screen and work on that when I do have the time. But you can see from the time that we have started painting this actual portrait, you can see that the transitions have moved from where they were to a much more softer, vibrant, and alive version of the actual painting. So this is just a bit of small taste of what you can do when you use the power of glazing as a technique, as opposed to starting from scratch on your paintings. Not every painting you'd have to start from scratch. You can literally fix it with just a bit of touches and a bit of glazing as a technique. As I said, you'll need an oil medium because that'll help you go through the canvas smoothly, making things easier to transition than you would have to start from scratch. So there you have it, guys. Right now I'm okay with where this painting is at right now. I can always come back and do the same thing for the jacket, for the jersey, for the shirt, but I just wanted to touch a couple of areas on the actual faces, and depending on how I feel about it, I can always play around with it and go back. Yeah, that's all I have for today, and next time I'll try and jump more in depth with how this works. And yeah, guys, this is what we have right now. Awesome. Go. So guys, that is the end of the video. Basically, I wasn't doing too much in my painting. I was basically taking a bit of color and glazing on top of the painting, just adding a bit of nuance onto the actual skin tone. And yeah, that's how it's done. Take your time with this stage. It's mostly about touching up areas that you'd like to fix, not necessarily doing the whole thing from scratch. Although you can do that if you're feeling confident and if you feel like the whole area needs to be revamped, you can literally just paint over it, then start from scratch as you did before the painting got to that point. But all in all, I think just take it easy and do things your own way. But most importantly, glazing is about taking paint, a bit of paint, a bit of medium, mixing it onto the actual palette and smoothly going on top of the surface of your actual canvas so that you could blend similar colors to what they were before, giving it a softer texture look when you look at the painting, not putting heaps of paint onto the canvas, because you're not replacing. All you're doing is you are refining the area. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe button. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also comment on which aspect of the glazing method you enjoyed most. And if you have your own techniques to share, And if you would like to know certain topics and different ways of how to work on your own art pieces, do let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, glad this video's out of the way. It's been pending for quite some time. I'll see you guys on the next video. Don't forget to keep going, and it's a journey. It takes time. Leave that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to comment. Ciao, I'm out. Salute.